Dale hit me up this week and said, listen, I'm just mentioning something to you. You might see us talking about it, and we want to give you a lowdown on what has happened, so there's no rumours or something. So, long story short, what it seems people have been doing is people have been buying bundles from a person in Turkey. Now, in Turkey, they have a lower cost of living, a higher exchange rate, and so a bundle over there is pretty much half price. So what they were doing was they were giving their login details to these people in Turkey. The people in Turkey were buying the bundle for them and then giving them their account back. But there's quite a few things wrong with this. Now, you might ask, well, how does Wozza know this? Because I actually did this on Marvel Strike Force many years ago. Probably before I started streaming or thereabouts, when Marvel Strike Force first came out. So I'll tell you my story, and then you can obviously liken it to what's happening in Earth Wars. And I thought this is why it's important to sort of explain this. So a friend messaged me and said, hey, you can get cheap resources. I was like, all right, okay, how does this work? I was like, oh, you go onto this website and you pick a seller. You see which one you want to use, or does the best deal, and you pick a seller and you message him, and then you give him some details from your account, and then he puts it in your account. And so the way I looked at this, honestly, and I'm being deadly honest here, the way I looked at it was a bit like the web store, like an external source that I thought, oh, well, maybe they just don't pay tax, or I didn't think 1 minute think it was dodging anywhere. I thought, oh, right, it's just they get discount somehow or something. A bit naive, I know, but that's the way I thought about it. And so I bought some things, yeah, here and there. I think it was like a third of the price, something like that. So probably spent about $100 and got like $300 worth of stuff. And I was like, yeah, brilliant. Started leveling my tunes and stuff like that. So then a couple of months later, went to log into the game, and it said that I'd have to contact support. My game's been banned. I'm like, what? So contact support, and they basically said that I bought resources from an outside source. I was like, what the hell? So then I contacted someone in my alliance and said, like, what's happened here? And they were like, well, why have you bought things off one of them sellers? I was like, well, it's a proper website and everything. It's a proper site. And they went, no, it's not a proper site. It's dodgy. Like, you get banned for that. I was like, what? But it's a site on the internet. It's a proper site. It's like, it's like an official site. It's got loads of different games on there. It's got like 20, 30 different games and all these sellers and stuff like that. So, yeah, I thought it's legit. No, it's not. And what they explained to me was, what these people do is, they say to you, so first off, I can get you cheap goods. Give me your login details, I will log in for you, and I'll put the resources there. So that's quite bad on its own, because these people are not sellers. They're not. It is a person. It's just a person somewhere. So once you do that and he makes the purchase in your name, all you need to do to get access to your account is contact SpaceApe and say, hey, I've lost my account. Here's proof of purchase from my email address. It's my account. And SpaceApe will go, here's your account. Here's a code. They will do that because that's how you get a recovery code. It's by purchases. That's the easiest way. It's proof that you own the account. But if you give your details to them, you're giving up that. You're taking that chance. Now, I said today, the problem with that is, though, that most of these sellers have no interest in this game. And the reason they do this is people don't have like top level accounts that do this normally. But they work on word of mouth. If you were to do that, and they were to want to steal your account, then they're going to lose a lot of custom when people find out they're doing that. So it's not in their interest to do that. But I will tell you something that might convince you otherwise on why this is even worse. So what I found out was, I'm doing a bit of digging, and I actually confronted the seller about this and got into a bit of an argument with him over it. So how they do this is, they log into your account. They get some random person's credit card details. They use a stolen credit card to purchase the items, and then they charge you for doing that. So it doesn't actually cost them any money. They will charge you, say, $50 for a $100 bundle. It doesn't cost them a penny though. It costs some poor soul somewhere who's had their credit details stolen $50. And then when I confronted the seller, he was like, well, yeah, these people just get back from the banks, don't they? I was like, but it's fraud. It is still fraud. I didn't for a minute think I was dealing with someone that's doing fraud. And he was like, well, how did you think it works? I was like, I really thought you got the bundles cheap. You discounted someone. And he's like, no, obviously not. And sort of like accused me of like being an idiot, basically, for not realising. But I felt such guilt after doing that, that I'd bought, I'd scammed someone, and so that's why I stopped playing Marvel Strike Force for years. I didn't play it at all. I was like, I'm not starting again. I'm not bothering, and I want no part of it. It was a bit of a money pit as well, and I stopped playing, lost my account, and so now I started playing it again because I did enjoy the game back then. I've had to set up a new account with a new email, within the knowledge that I would never ever do that ever again. And so, listen, if you are one of them players, I don't need to put it in the chat or anything. I don't need to know, but if you are one of them players that's thinking about doing this or have done this, then it's just not worth it, guys, because Space Ape are more than within their rights to permanently ban you for doing this. Not just taking the goods back, they are within their rights, it's in the terms of service, to literally permanently ban you completely. It's honestly, they can, guys. I really hope that some top players have not done this and really chanced losing their accounts for the sake of, a few pence. And Dale said that, some people have been doing it for the Cyber Pass. I mean, the Cyber Pass is what, $10? And people are doing this to save $5. So people are chancing giving their account away and being permanently banned from the game for $5. And so Dale then also said to me that it's not just a few, it's a lot. You're talking hundreds of people. Hundreds. And I said, this is big. And this is going to cause something huge in terms of implications, because if people find out that certain players have done this to win in leaderboard events to get prizes, and they get banned because of that, then maybe they shouldn't have got the prizes they got in the leaderboard, and those that finished 6th, 7th, and 8th maybe should have. And it's not SpaceX's fault, but it's SpaceX to sort out. And me personally, I think those people that done that should be permanently banned. I really do. I was permanently banned by Marvel Strike Force. I was annoyed at the time, but looking back, yeah, you've committed fraud. Like it or not, guys, whether you want to admit it or not, it is fraud what you've done. Sadly. So, I think it's going to cause shockwaves through the community when this is really addressed. So Dale for now said he's going to start addressing the side passes. He's going to probably refund them. So those that have bought these side passes through this Turkish seller, or these few Turkish sellers, apparently what they're doing, they'll lose all the rewards that they got from the side pass. And I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't know if that's going to go into 5-star bots that have been pulled because they've got the shards. It's just caused an absolute mess. This is worse than Dino Gate, but this time it's not SpaceX's fault. So, listen, if there was a way to get cheap bundles legally, I would be all for it. I'd be like, yeah, let's get it done. Let's do it. But sadly, this is not the way, guys. It's really dodgy. I advise you not to do it. Don't chance losing your account. It is definitely not worth it. And just think twice before you do it. That's what I'd say.